The concept of mental arousal works on this idea that if we are really excited for something, sometimes our performance isn't very good. But also, if we're really uninterested in it, our performance isn't very good. And there's a sweet spot in the middle where we probably perform our best and play our best. So let's imagine this as a sort of an inverted U curve. So if I went to play on my own on a golf course with nothing riding on it, I might be so disinterested down here. My mental arousal is very low. I don't really care. I don't really focus very well, and I don't play very good golf. Likewise, the other side of that curve is if I'm playing for $1 million. And if I'm playing for $1 million, I'm so overexcited, I'm so nervous, it means so much to me, I don't play very well either. And then somewhere in the middle, we might have this sweet spot where I'm keen, I'm interested, I'm focused, but I'm not overly excited and overly nervous. Now that, getting into that sweet spot, might be different for different golfers. For somebody playing for $10 against their mate, might be that sweet spot. It's just enough to pique your interest. You want to beat your mate, you want to win that $10, but if you lose the $10, it's not the end of the world. You're giving it to your mate, that's fine. For some golfers, $10 won't get them going enough. You can see this around the poker tables. Some people playing poker for 10 is plenty. Some people playing poker for 1,000 is plenty. So depending on what your focus is, will depend on your anxiety or your arousal levels. But if you stand on that first tee and it means nothing to you, it's not going to go great. If you stand on that first tee and it means too much to you, it's not going to go great. So find something that interests you, and that's your focus. Now, interestingly, I read a story about McIlroy recently. Clearly very good golfer, clearly very wealthy. So he wasn't necessarily motivated by where he finished in the tournament or the prize money, particularly if he wasn't in the hunt to win. You know, we all want to win the tournament, but if he was down in 30th or 40th, he wasn't really fussed whether he finished 40th or 30th. So he was betting his caddy to who buys dinner. Now, dinner might be a couple of $100, but that meant more to him than the £1,000 or whatever prize money difference that he was on. So he found something that would motivate him to play his best. So his caddy might say to him, right, you've got to shoot 2 under back 9 or you're buying dinner. And that just piqued his interest enough to get him going. So try and find something in your head that piques your interest enough in the game of golf or the round that you're playing, but isn't so nerve-wracking that you struggle to play your best golf. Now, whether that's trying to shoot a score, whether that's trying to play a wager with your friends, whether that's trying to finish in a certain situation in a competition, try and play your best golf by making sure arousal levels are not too low, just right, and not too high either. We call it the Goldilocks zone. Get your arousal levels into that Goldilocks zone and you'll play your best golf.